Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle with Prettiest Problem. If you are new here, welcome. I do videos on beauty, fitness, and lifestyle. I'm on my everlasting fitness journey, so I love posting motivational videos as well as all things beauty. I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel and turn on your post notifications so that you can be updated next time I post a new video. If you're an oldie but goodie, hey girl, hey, welcome back, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. In today's video, I am doing a very special video. It is near and dear to my heart. With all that is going on in the world right now, I have taken a look at some of the products and companies that I've supported in the past. Supporting meaning purchasing, promoting for free on my channels and my social media, and I just don't want to do that anymore. It's just not my vibe. So going forward, I will only be supporting and promoting Black-owned beauty brands. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a full face of Black-owned beauty products and brands, and the majority of it is going to be Fenty just because I found that they have the most products available, but I do have a few more sprinkled in here, and I do have a few orders placed that I'm waiting for my items to ship. So I will be doing more of these in the future. I also do mini tutorials on my Instagram, so if you are interested in those, go head over to my Instagram right up here. So we're just gonna get started. I'm already washed and moisturized. If I don't have a product that is Black owned in this video, I will kind of skip through that portion. But I think, because I literally just went to Sephora and Target, and I think I have a full face. So let's jump right in. So I literally, like I said, I just went to Sephora and I purchased a bunch of Fenty beauty products. They were literally closing in 5 minutes, and thank goodness I had like a list of things to purchase because I was able to grab them. They were kind of rushing me out of the store, but this is a hefty list, and you know Sephora, so we spent a cute coin on this makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start by priming, and this is Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Primer, and I am just going to prime my face. I took 2 pumps. Yeah, that pretty much covers my full face. I'm actually going to start on eyes because I have some glitter that I want to use for this look, and it probably is going to fall on my face, so I probably should have done that first before priming. I'm going to start by my brows. I'm going to bring y'all in, and this is the Fenty Beauty Medium Brown Brow. One side is a cute little brush. Just going to brush my brows together. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Primer, and this is in the color 310. I hope it works. I just really grabbed whatever I thought would work. It looks light, and I'm just going to carve out my brows. Yes, it is slightly too light, but we're gonna work with it. I'm also gonna take a little bit of my Fenty Beauty foundation, and this is in the color 345, and kind of blend the inner corners a little bit more just so that it's not so white. So now I'm going to take that same concealer and just use that as a base for my eyeshadow. I don't usually clean up on the top of my brows because I like them to look a little bit more natural up there, but I may at the end. But we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. So this is the Juvia's Place Nubian palette. It was definitely one of my favorites. As you can see, it's very loved on. I'm just going to use this as some transition colors and the base for my glitter that I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna start by creating this nice transition with these lighter matte shades. And I'm going to take it a little bit higher on the crease with a fluffy blending brush. These shadows blend very nicely. Okay, now I'm going to build on that, and I'm going to go into a deeper brown color, and I'm going to use that same brush and just go a little bit lower to create more depth in this crease. And I am going to be purchasing some Black-owned brushes. It's a little bit more of an investment, so it's going to take me a little second to get them, but I'm definitely working on that. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper with the darkest shade in this palette, and I'm gonna use the same brush because I'm just gonna fluff it all over my lid. Making sure to blend it into that brown, and even tapping back into that brown, and just making sure that that transition is nice and smooth and smoky. Okay, so I've been wanting to use this loose glitter for a while. It's by J. LaRue Cosmetic, and this is in the color Falling Star. Let me make sure this is nice and dark. I'm gonna take this clear lash glue and just apply it. You know what? I'm gonna line it with this. I think that may look nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the glitter. Oh, I like that. Okay. And I am also gonna put a little bit of this white gold on my inner tear duct. Okay, now I'm gonna put on some lashes, and these lashes are actually by my company, Prettiest, and I'm still working on packaging, so they're not available to purchase yet, but they will be coming soon. So I'm just gonna pop these lashes on, and I will be right back. Okay, so those are the eyes. Now I'm just gonna clean up under my eyes just in case I had any fallout with a makeup wipe. I actually have to order some of the Crayon Cases makeup wipes because I hear that they're really good. This liner over here is a little bit eclectic. So now I'm gonna put a little bit more of the primer, and this is again the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer in Soft Matte. Dab that right there and refresh. Because my concealer is so light, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and contour first. So I'm gonna go back in with this color 310. Yeah, this is super light. So when I put my foundation over it, it should calm it down a little bit. I don't know why I have a pimple on my nose. And I'm just kind of working out the edges so I don't have any harsh lines there. But yeah, see, as you can see, this is super bright. So when we put our foundation over it, it will tone it down. Yes, I look like a crazy person right now, but don't worry, it's gonna come all together. In life, sometimes shit gotta get real before it gets good, you know? Now I'm going to contour, and this is the Fenty Matchstick, and this is in the color Truffle. I absolutely love this stick, and I'm just going to contour around my forehead because I have a 5 head, and I'm gonna come down the side of my nose as well. And I'm just gonna work that in. And kind of blend it into that concealer so that it's not such a harsh line. So I just kind of really work it into my brow. I purchased some more foundation. I got a little bit of a darker color because the 345 is kind of light on me. So I got a 400, and this is actually the luminous one. I wanted to try this, but I'm gonna mix them together because this is a little bit too light and this is probably a little bit too dark. I'm gonna put mostly this and a touch of this, and I'm just gonna mix them together with my finger. I usually just tap it on where my highlight and contour meet, and then obviously everywhere that doesn't have anything. Lately I've been using a brush to work my foundation in, so this is actually a pretty good mix of color. As you can see, it may be a little bit dark, but I'd much rather dark foundation than light one. Little goes a long way. As I'm working it in, I'm just like really softly stippling it, patting it in, and I'm not afraid to go over that highlight because the highlight is a little bit too light. I put a little bit too much, so I didn't really need as much as I put, but if we need a little bit more highlight, I'll just go back in. I don't want to work all the way onto the highlight, but I am going to lightly stipple it just to tone down that brightness because I don't want it too bright. And I'll stipple it on top of my nose. So as you can see, I still have that little highlight. I'm going to kind of work it back into my nose a little bit because I did put too much foundation on. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of the excess concealer right under my contour to kind of help that contour out a little bit. So now I'm going to set my concealer, and this is in the color Cashew, the setting powder. I actually have Honey as well, but I feel like this one is a little bit too dark. I may mix them a little bit because the Cashew looks a little pink and the Honey is very like yellow. The Cashew might be too dark. Yeah, the Cashew looks a little pink. So that kind of is taking away from my highlight. Doesn't look as bright. I meant to get the white one, and I think I got the wrong color. I'm gonna use some of my own powder, and this is should lighten it a little bit. So that's better. Now I'm going to set my contour with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Cocoa Naughty. Well, that gave me a super contour. Now I'm gonna do the bottom of my eye, and I'm actually just gonna go back in with some of those Nubian colors in the same order. So I'm gonna do the lighter browns closer to the bottom. A little smaller brush with the deeper brown. And then the absolute deepest shade, the closest, almost like a liner. I never really spend money on mascara because I'm always wearing falsies, so just as long as they can coat my lashes. So now I am pretty much done with the face. I'm going to wipe off this powder, and I'm using my foundation brush just because it has a little bit of the color to it. Now I'm going to go on to highlight. So we love Miss Danessa Myricks, and this is her Lightwork Light Shaping Palette, and it has some beautiful highlight colors in here. I'm just gonna take Common Sense and No Prob. I usually mix those two and just highlight the top portion of my cheek. As you can see, she is beaming and she is popping, so. Alrighty, and now we're moving on to blush. I have the new cream blush by Fenty, and this is in the color Strawberry Drip. I just thought this was a pretty blush color. I don't have anything like it, so I'm just going to softly work that onto the apples of my cheek. Oh, that's pretty. You really don't have to put too much effort into it. It shows up really nicely, and I like this stippling brush because it's a cream. I just like the way this places that. And I usually place it right between my contour and the highlight, kind of marrying the two together. Some of these products I'm gonna exchange for a better color, but I do like this blush. It's very, very pinky and like baby dollish. So I also ran to Target, and Target carried a line called the Lip Bar, and this is by Black women as well. They actually were on Shark Tank, and I watched that episode when it first aired, and they didn't get a deal. But now they're in Target, so. I did get a straight line matte lip liner and a lip gloss, and I'm also gonna put on a little bit of the Pink Digger lip pigment. This is Black owned as well. I might also put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks palette. We're just gonna do a little lip combo. We'll see how this turns out. So I'm gonna apply the lip pencil. This is in the color Straight Lovin'. Okay, so this lip liner is definitely too light for my lips. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't have another fully black owned brand lip liner, but I do have ColourPop's collab with Makeup Shayla, which is a black beauty influencer. So I feel like that's close enough. This is the BFF4 lip liner by ColourPop. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Pink Digger lipstick, and this is really, really pink. This color is called La La Lover. So I'm gonna tone it down with some of the Danessa Myricks, but I did want to use this brand because I really like the product. See? And a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just gonna tone the pink down on the perimeter with Danessa Myricks Beauty Luxe Cream Nude Palette. I love the scent of this. Now I'm gonna use the lip bars. It's a lip gloss in the color Baddie. And the packaging is so pretty on this. I love the top of it. Okay, so we definitely have a lip combo. I'm gonna put on a little bit more of the liner. All right, and I think that's it. I'm going to spray my face. I don't have any black owned spray, but it's on the way. I ordered some from Beauty Bakery. Last but not least, I wanted to add some of this Fenty Beauty Body Lava. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my décolletage area to give me a little bit of glow and shimmer. So that is it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm just on a different wavelength right now. I've spent so much money on beauty products and makeup brands that if you go to their social media pages or their website, you see no one that looks like me, or maybe there's one token person that looks like me. So the support has to flow both ways, you know, and I just feel like we have so much spending power and buying power that they utilize it for the benefit of their brand, but then they don't return that same energy, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like at this point I'm done with it. So I'm going to be supporting only black owned makeup brands on my Instagram page as well as on my channel. So I implore you to do the same thing. I implore you to do your research on these brands, because some brands look like they're black owned, but they're really not. So Fenty Beauty is kind of like on the fence for me. They have the widest range of products in my opinion, so it's a lot easier to get a full face if you wanted to. They sell them at Sephora, so they're easily accessible. Hey guys, this is Editing Michelle. Next morning in bed. Sorry about this. I had to pop in and just make a comment that Sephora put out a statement that they were going to be dedicating 15% of their shelves to black owned businesses in an effort to push this incentive, and it just, in my opinion, is just a slap in the face. So I did purchase from Sephora for this video, but going forward I will be purchasing any Fenty products straight from Fenty's website. Hopefully they have some type of discount program for artists. I'm not sure, I haven't looked into it. But yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description about that statement, as well as all products listed in this video will be listed in the description if you are interested. So just wanted to throw that out there. And you can like go in and color match and things like that. So the other brands, you have to like order them online, which it takes a little bit more skill and trial and error. So Fenty Beauty is, I think, majority owned by Rihanna, but I think she has investors. So it may not be 100% black owned, but I still love the way she runs her brand, and I love just how she reaches back out to so many black influencers. And you go on their page and you'll see tons of people that look like us. So yes, that's my deal on Fenty. But a lot of these other brands, they just don't have a huge platform, and it's up to us to kind of share their information, because a lot of these brands you don't even know. Lip Bar you can get in Target and they're black owned, but if you're just in Target and you don't know that, then you wouldn't think to like consciously support them. So anyway, I'm gonna get off my stick right now, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.